Go. All right, I'd like to bring the Town of Wappinger Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order. Can I roll call, please, B?
Mr. Delacorte?
Here.
Mr. Lorenzini?
Here.
Mr. Barr?
Here.
Mr. Donato?
Here.
Mr. Gallardi?
Here. First order of business tonight, I'm sorry, oops, let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first order of business tonight would be the acceptance of the minutes from June 11th, 2024. Has everybody had a chance to look at those?
Yes. Yes.
Everybody good?
Yes. We're good.
Pretty brief, not a whole heck of a lot there, right?
Make a motion to accept.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. All right, next order of business tonight, public hearing, appeal number 247824, area variance. Charles Hanks seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in an R15 zoning district, where 30 feet to the rear yard property line is required. The applicant can provide 18.9 for the legalization of an above-ground pool with a 12-foot by 12-foot deck, thus requesting a variance of 11.10 feet. The property is located at 7 Ardmore Drive on 0.27 acres and is identified as tax grid number 6257032555450 in the town of Wappinger. Could I have a motion, please, to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion that we open.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Anybody here tonight representing this application, please step to the mic. Your name and address,
Charles
please.
Hanks.
I got it right, huh? Got it right. Just for everybody who's listening in and the audience too, what you need and why you need it, briefly.
I have an above-ground pool that I purchased with the home in 1991, and I'm up for sale now, and I need the variance to enter. I'm in contract as well
To
for
legalize
sale, and
that.
it's 18 feet, I need 30 feet,
Correct,
basically.
correct. I know everybody came out on Saturday. I snuck in there this afternoon. I hope I didn't scare anybody. I hit the Zoom camera on the doorbell. I walked in the back. Nobody was around.
Still busy cleaning out.
Okay.
I'm up in here with it.
I had advised that you'd probably stop by at some point.
Thanks. Yes, I would around take a look. You guys too. I mean, you get some pretty tight quarters, right, in that backyard. You get a lot going on in that backyard. Love the terrace, by the way. Really nice terrace. I like that. Yeah. You get a lot of screening around the perimeter as well. You know, a lot of vegetation. You know, around the sides and the rear. You guys have any other questions for the applicant?
Do you know if the person purchasing the house plans to replace the pool?
I'm sorry.
The person purchasing the house, are they planning to replace that pool, or are they just going to retain it, or you haven't heard anything?
I don't have any contact with him. I don't know
Okay.
what his plan is to do. I mean, I know that has children. I would love to see his kids enjoy it like my kids did for many years.
Yeah, I'm personally in a pretty nice setup back there.
Yeah, we took a look at it. We saw there was a survey pin.
Right, right.
Yeah, we were able to do like just a foot measurement.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, he's got the survey here too, stamped and sealed, which always helps. Thank you.
I'd like to make a recommendation. If this is approved, there should be a condition on it that when that pool goes away, so does the variance.
Is it?
This way, we're not putting anybody on the spot. How come they did it? Why can't I do it?
How come they did what? Approved?
Approved in a variance. How come they could have it and I can't?
Yeah, if this was a new pool going in that was being requested, I don't know that we would be, given the same size variance.
Well, if the new pool were to go in, the new pool would, if we were to grant the variance as written, the new pool would have to conform to that variance.
Unless there's a
Unless there's a condition on it and it goes away when that pool is taken out.
Unless, if the pool is, what you're saying,
taken
is
out.
that
Then they'd
the
have to
pool
meet
goes
code.
away completely.
That's what you're saying, right? They'd have to meet code.
Yeah, condition it for the pool as it exists, if it's
Or they'd have
replaced.
to come in
their own
for,
variance.
they'd have to come in for a variance of their pool. And they could, you know, a different
I
shape of
understood.
pool.
Understood, so that though, if we were to approve this variance, then a
With a
new
condition
pool would have to come back and meet zoning laws.
Correct.
That'd be up to him, right? I mean,
Right, right.
Yeah, you're,
if the pool's in good shape, I don't see why we'd have to do that. He's getting a
No,
good,
we're
I
not
think he's,
telling you to go knock it down.
no, I think he's getting a good deal.
yeah, you'd be off the hook. You would be done, and the new guy, or whoever.
That's okay,
owned the
right, Barb?
house, would
Yeah,
have to start
okay.
over, essentially. Yeah. Okay, any other questions? Any other, no?
So are we gonna add a condition then?
Well, we gotta get there.
We gotta get there.
But we are gonna do that.
We're open meeting right
Hold
now.
on, Tom, getting ahead of us, buddy.
Okay.
Anybody in the audience have any other questions, comments, concerns? All right, then, can I have a motion, please, to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Our public hearing is closed. Can I have a motion, then, please, to grant or deny the variance?
I'll make a motion that we grant the variance. The requested variance will not produce an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood, not a substantial detriment created to nearby properties. There's really not another feasible method available because the pool's already where it is. The requested variance is not substantial. The proposed variance will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or the district. This alleged difficulty is self-created. The other stipulation would be that if the pool that exists right now was to come down, then the variance
Variance goes with it.
would go down with it. So if somebody wants to put in a new pool, they're either gonna have to come in and get their own variance or move it,
Correct.
okay?
Got it. Can I have a second?
Second.
Have roll call, please, be.
Mr. Delacorte?
Yes.
Mr. Lorenzini?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Denoto?
Yes.
Mr. Gallardi?
Yes, as conditioned. So you're all set,
Okay.
all right?
Do I get like a letter or something? I mean, I'm not, never
Yeah.
did this before.
You're on your own. Yeah, we'll send you a decision. I'll send you a decision and you can call me. Okay.
It takes a few days, sir.
Call me tomorrow and I'll explain to you the process.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good luck upstate, sir.
Yeah, good luck. All right, next order of business tonight, discussion, appeal number 247825, area variance, Maria Zavla, seeking area variance section 24037 of district regulations in R40 zoning district, where 25 feet to the side yard left property line is required. The applicant can provide 12 feet for the construction of a new single-family home, thus requesting a variance of 13 feet. Where 25 feet to the side yard right property line is required, the applicant can provide 18 feet for the construction of a new single-family home, thus requesting a variance of 7 feet. Where 50 feet to the front yard property line is required, the applicant can provide 26 feet for the construction of a new single-family home, thus requesting a variance of 24 feet. The property is located at 112 Stony Kill Road on .30 acres and is identified as tax grid number 605602873710 in the town of Wappinger. Hello there, sir.
How are you?
Good. For the record, your name and address, please.
Edgar Zavala. I live in 24 Schofield Heights,
Gotcha.
but I am representing Maria Zavala, which is my mother. She's present right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Great. So just a brief description for everybody listening on what you need and why you need it.
Well, we want to build a new house, right? My parents said I want to help them out. We wanted new construction, but we don't meet the setbacks.
Gotcha. So there's a house, an existing house on the property now?
correct.
And you're gonna demo it? Then start over?
Sort of.
Gotcha.
The existing house, how close is it to the front property line? Is it pretty much the same location? It's a little bit difficult to tell from this.
It's pretty much what you see there. It's how it is. It's
So like, would you be able to come forward, actually? So this outline, this kind of gray outline here, is that the existing house? Is that what this is? Sidewalk. That's sidewalk? So the existing house is roughly here, or is it further back? Okay. So the existing house is kind of, is this shape?
There you go.
Okay. So the front setback is essentially the same between the existing and the proposed? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty close. And in front Stony Hill, so front yard Stony Hill Road.
Yeah. The shed and, what is it, a chicken coop at the back? Oh, I'm not sure what,
Yeah, it's a coop and shed in the back.
okay.
Yeah.
Are those being retained?
If that's what needs to be done, then yes.
So.
So would we have a variance for those also?
I'm sorry?
You have less than 2 acres,
Yes.
so you can't have chickens on less than 2 acres.
Okay.
So you could keep the coop, but then that would need a variance. You're on the line, and the shed is also less than a foot from the line. So the shed is not part of this application at this time, but I wanted to discuss it. That's why I put it on my denial. That if he wanted to keep the shed, you would have to get a variance. It'd be very difficult seeing it's almost on the property line. So if you wanted to keep the shed, you'd have to move it forward unless this board wanted to entertain a almost 100% variance.
What kind of condition is the shed in? Is it old, new?
It's like 6 years ago it was built.
So it's not that old.
It's not that old.
Is the shed movable? Like, would you be able to shift it forward, or would it be destroyed in the process?
It's on block. I mean, anything's possible, right?
Yeah,
I like that attitude.
Well,
very positive.
we've seen them move, people put piping and different things to roll it forward.
Yeah.
The bottom line is it's incumbent upon you to figure out how you want to do that.
You guys tell me. I just wanna,
How far off the back line does it have to be? 10 feet?
How big is the shed, roughly?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Like 10 by 10, 20 by 20, like,
I want to say 10 by 12.
okay, so that's, if it's around there, it's under 144 square feet, he only needs 10 and 10. The side is 9.6, so if he brought it forward, that would actually give him the 10 to the side. He would just, you'd have to bring it forward
Okay.
close to 10 feet. I would go 10 feet just.
So if you want to try to get a variance for the shed, it's easier for you to lump it in with the current
Do it
variance.
all at once.
Because that saves you from double mailers, all the additional fees. Like,
Coming
it's
back.
easier to do all in one go.
Okay.
Or, I know, we're trying to make things difficult, trying to make things easier for you.
Right, but that
Or
is
if
a
you just
steep
moved it.
variance.
Yeah, if you just
It's almost
moved it, then
100%.
we're not even talking about it. And right now, where it is now, very difficult to get a variance there because you're right on the property line, it looks like.
Like
Okay.
20, 30% variances are often approved. The rear one is,
Non-existent.
I would not be able to vote for that, speaking only for myself.
Yeah, you're not even a foot off the property. So, I mean, if you're gonna have to move it anyway, right? So
Yeah,
if you move it to 10 feet, we're not even talking about it, right?
Okay.
And the coop, the same thing. You either have to move it up or get rid of it, but you can't have the chickens, so I don't know what it looks like in person. If it's truly for chickens, then,
Well, they'd both be up and in, right? The
Right.
coop is 5.4 feet, so if you move at some point, they're hitting each other. How much time would you need to make a decision on that? Because I think that would impact when we then, set
Decision for knocking it down?
for if you wanted to move these two elements, if you wanted to try to get variance for these two elements,
Like, how much time do I need to
Yeah.
achieve this?
Because we're going to have a site
to
visit.
make a decision,
To decide, right, what you might want to do.
Yeah, because typically we set up, say, like from tonight's meeting, we'll say, okay, we're gonna come out on this date and take a look.
Okay.
And then we're gonna set a public hearing after that. But if you're not ready yet, by the time we come out, then,
That's going to make the process even longer, right?
yeah.
and more expensive. Can I make a suggestion? Your
Yes.
next meeting is July
The 23rd.
23rd? Okay, so that's literally a month away. If you wanted to set the public hearing to include or not include those two structures, we can give you a week for you and your mom, your family to discuss what they want to do. If you're going to move both, get rid of one and move the other, or you want to go for broke and try a variance, if you let us know and the board's okay, I can add it to the variance, and that's what we would publish, and you'd be notified because we'd send it, and you wouldn't be doing the site visit till closer to that meeting anyway.
Correct.
So you'd have a week to kind of make up your mind how you want to deal with it,
Okay,
without having to decide right this second.
okay.
How's that? Would
So
that work for
each
everyone?
variance, we look at separately, essentially, so, like, don't think that, trying to go for a variance in the shed is going to make us deny your front yard setback, right? Like, they're not related.
Yeah, it's the different things. No, I get it, I get it.
Right.
But,
I don't want to put Barbara and Bee on the spot, but you could also, if you're not quite sure about, right, what to do, they could also ask you questions tomorrow.
Yes, I can meet with them, but I would like to, because he's speaking for his parents. And I think that
Sure, you want to give them a
they
week.
should have time to have a family decision. And due to the fact that your next meeting is already a month away, we have a week to give them before I would have to amend things. I can meet with you if you'd like in the office, throw ideas out. And we still have time for B to get the public hearing and get you notified before your site visit, so you know if you're looking at just where the home's going or you're looking at other structures.
Yeah.
so,
You're clear? Kind
yeah,
of?
I think I'll
And we kind of threw a lot of things
talk
at
it
you.
out
Yeah.
I'll take the week and run.
Just give me the answer by, say, next Tuesday.
next Tuesday. Okay, should I stop in?
Sure, you can, before you leave, we can give you my phone number, or
Sure.
call B, and she would get, and we, if you want to come in and make it more personal, or we could do it over the phone, whatever's good for you.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. So what we'll do is, we're gonna arrange or schedule a site visit anyway. That site visit would be
On the
Saturday before the 23rd.
July 20th.
July 20, so
20th of
July 20th
Okay.
is a Saturday. Around 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll come and we're gonna check out,
What's the
you know,
date?
where you're gonna have.
July
actually,
20th at 9 a.m.?
Yeah. I mean, the existing house is there, right? So I guess we'll get a good idea where the proposed house would be based on the existing. We're gonna know where the front is. The front is essentially the same place. Front. And then we'll see the other two structures as well.
Okay.
So, if there's any way to locate that rear property line, that would help, if you can. If not, we got the survey, we can figure it out.
If you like, I can send the surveyor out, put some markings if you like.
You see, if you can, I mean, he's probably gonna charge you to do that,
They're friends with them.
No, I don't wanna
Is that for the
impose.
sheds?
What's that?
Is that for the sheds?
They're property line.
Yeah,
Well, let's see what he's gonna do Tuesday.
okay.
It would be helpful to see it. If it's not a big deal for him to do it, it would be great to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you ultimately decide to move that shed, then there'd be no need to do that,
Okay.
okay?
So my options are move everything forward.
Yep,
Well, this is what I'm thinking, right? Keep the shed, move it forward, and get rid of the coop.
that would probably be a good choice.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah,
You know,
that would be
And that takes the
best.
shed off the table.
Because I know, I read the requirements of the town of Wabages, I know, but
Right.
I think get rid of the coop and move the shed forward before you guys come.
Yeah, I
I gotta
mean,
check with Mom, though.
right,
That's why you have the week.
That's why,
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
why we're giving you a week grace, so you don't get beat up.
We want you to get scolded when you leave.
yeah, chat with your folks and just let Barbara know.
Okay.
Within a week's time.
So, will I get
Sure.
a number or anything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
we'll take care of that.
yeah, so what we're gonna do,
Okay,
right, so we'll be there, we'll come there on that Saturday,
Yeah.
which was the
Right,
20th, around 9
9 a.m.
o'clock.
Okay.
We're gonna schedule your public hearing for July 23rd.
okay,
Right, so you'll be back here July 23rd,
okay, beautiful.
okay? We'll see you then.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
So, I think based on our conversation, we're not going to round table, correct?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
It's your decision.
okay, so, but we're not gonna discuss that this evening?
Nothing's gonna happen really
Yeah.
quick.
Right.
So this is gonna be a very long, drawn-out process, changing
I
code.
think we should do that and not,
So should we at least draw a letter, have a letter saying that we'd like to do it, so at least to get something in the works?
I mean, I think we can independently put comments together, and, you know, the intent would be to eventually have a roundtable discussion with the town board, planning board,
so we want
consultants.
to, or do we want to make a motion this evening to have B issue a letter to the town board requesting that we do that?
Have a meeting with both. Yeah, I-
Considering the time frame of how long it would likely take to plan, I don't think it would necessarily be a terrible idea.
It won't happen probably over the summer with everyone.
Probably not over the summer, so we're probably looking at the fall anyway.
I think we would still have, within the time frame of that happening, you know, time to compile what everyone's thinking,
Okay.
and possibly discussing them, you know, in an open meeting.
Right, and the further we put
Thank
it
you.
out.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks.
The further we put it out, the further
Sure.
it won't happen.
So, I think, B, what we would like to do is make a motion to issue a letter to the town board and the planning board,
Okay.
and see if they'd like, or we would like to have a roundtable discussion with them regarding, code changes, regarding the code changes.
Code changes, okay.
We would need a second, right?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. And with no further business,
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.